Amen. Please be seated. And as you do, can I point out something where I believe you and I stand together on this? Here's something I believe that you and I experience, something that we have in common, something that is similar, that we have in common, that's similar to us, to both of us, something that we both can understand, can happen once in a while. And here's what it is. There are moments in our life, and as unfortunate as it may be, and probably as damaging as it may be to us, and in our relationship with the Lord, in our relationship with others, there are times in our life, and we simply have to just humbly bow our heads and confess this, that our walk, our life, our journey, our time here on planet Earth, there are times when we repel others from the Lord. There are times when we are around others and we're not pleasant, and I know that we damage our own hearts, and we feel bad about that. We damage relationships. There are things that happen simply because of our human nature that we're not happy with, the Lord is not happy with, that we're working on, things that we need to overcome, and we realize that it's common ground that we tread upon, and each one of us can say, well, here's an area. There are times where here's something I need to pray about, because at this time I repel others. I possibly push others away. My life is not attractive for the Lord. You see, look, we can read about this in the Bible. There are heroes of the Old and the New Testament whose lives have been anything but attractive for the Lord. And they have done things that have repelled others away from the Lord. And we don't have to look far, where we can see in our own lives, and we recognize in our own actions that things that we have done have repelled others away from the Lord. And certainly it's a prayer, it's a concern of ours. Lord, please help me to not do this again. Help me to live a beautiful, blessed life, a pleasant life that would not repel others away from you. On the contrary, and I think this is our aim. There's a different way, a different path. There's another road that we could be on. And this road is, I will attract, or I will appeal. My life will be appealing to others. And my actions and my words and how I live, they will appeal others to the Lord. They will draw others to the Lord. They will attract others to Christ. And so this is a place where you and I find ourselves at different times throughout the course of our life, as we're journeying on this planet, on our way to eternity. We will either repel others, we will push them away. They will see that, how we live, they will see, and they'll say, nah, if that's the way Christians are, I don't want any of it. Or, you see, and they call themselves a Christian. And we push people away, we repel them. And certainly our goal is, our aim and our heart's desire and deepest, sincerest prayer is, Lord, may these moments rapidly decrease in my life. That my life is a sweet aroma, as the Bible puts it, for others. And that through my life, my words and actions, others would be attracted to God. So that's where we are. That's where we stand day in and day out. It's a journey that we're on. It's a decision that we've got to make. It's something that we've got to prepare for because we're not born that way. And so we prepare ourselves to be appealing to others, that our faith would be appealing, that we would attract others to Christ through our relationship with Christ. And so that's how we can live a life that is appealing. It's through nurturing this relationship with God that He would transform us from the inside out. That we would allow His Spirit to conform us to His ways, because His ways are best. His word is perfect. His plan and His will are flawless. And so our prayer is, Lord, help me to follow You wholeheartedly. Help me not to live a life that repels others away from You, but would appeal others and attract others toward You. Well, why is that important? Well, because here in our Christmas story, today on Third Advent, we're going to talk about a man by the name of John. By the name of John. And John was known locally as simply the baptizer. The baptizer. Now, for many people in the area, John was simply just a religious eccentric. Kind of an oddball, kind of strange, kind of different. For others, though, John was just kind of, how would you put it, off his rocker, right? Way out in left field somewhere. That's how they thought. That's how some felt about him. But John, no matter how you viewed him, we could say today that John, when it came to preparing others for the coming of Christ, when it came to being a witness, a testimony, to appealing others, leading this appealing life and attracting others to Christ, John the Baptist was not that kind of person that lived by that book, you know, how to win friends. How to win friends and attract people. Remember that? That kind of, and influence people. Remember that? He didn't have that kind of an influence and that kind of a personality. John the Baptist is not the kind of person that would just simply, that fits into the way we feel Christmas has been in our country, how we celebrate it. You know, John the Baptist somehow is like an outsider, where we think of like shepherds, and you know, we think of the wise men, you know, but we don't really think that he associates, you know, with the traditional Christmas story. But understand this, that this John the Baptist, though we may feel traditionally he doesn't fit in, John the Baptist is God's chosen messenger for the promised one. God has chosen him to be the messenger of spectacular events that are about to occur. A most unlikely promotions man, to be sure, but he is God's man nevertheless. From the very beginning of everything, John was a unique individual. All right? His mother, Elizabeth, related to Mary, the mother of Jesus. Elizabeth, we know, she conceived John 6 months before Mary conceived Jesus. According to ancient Jewish customs, Mary was probably a young teenager when she was betrothed to Joseph. Now, I'm not saying that's the way it is, that is the truth. There's no biblical reference to Mary's age when she was betrothed or when she was with child. We don't have that. Many scholars put her, though, in the early teenage years.